Zamalek's 1-1 draw against Kaizer Chiefs has exploded into controversy, not because of the late equalizer, but because the Egyptian giants have officially taken the battle off the pitch and into CAF's offices. Frustrated, angry, and convinced that key decisions went against them, Zamalek have filed a formal complaint outlining serious refereeing concerns. From a disallowed goal to denied penalties and questionable yellow cards, the White Knights believe they were treated unfairly, and now the entire CAF Confederation Cup is watching closely to see what happens next. Zamalek have officially filed complaints to CAF following their match against Kaizer Chiefs. The White Knights were left frustrated with the performance of Rwandan referee Samuel Uwikunda and have raised several concerns. They believe a clear goal was wrongly disallowed, multiple yellow cards issued to their players unfairly, a strong penalty shout on Chico Banza that was not awarded. They requested CAF to appoint more competent referees for their games from match day 3 onwards. They also asked CAF to implement VAR in the group stage starting match day 3. We wait to see how CAF responds. Kaizer Chiefs saved a miraculous point against Zamalek SC with a dramatic last-minute goal that electrified the new Peter Mokaba Stadium. A draw that feels like a victory, but also exposes the urgent problems facing the South African giant in the CAF Confederation Cup. A dramatic draw that revives the South African giant. Kaizer Chiefs produced one of those endings that fuel the mythology of the Cub. A 1-1 equalizer in stoppage time against Zamalek SC, one of Africa's most intimidating opponents. The new Peter Mokaba Stadium erupting as the ball crossed the line in the final breath of the match. A massive emotional release after Chiefs had flirted with a second consecutive defeat. But beyond the relief, this draw reveals something worrying. Chiefs are still far from their best version. Defensive issues, early injuries, and a clear lack of attacking sharpness once again took their toll until a mistake from the opponent changed everything. What seemed like a bitter night turned into a lifeline that keeps their Group D hopes alive. Where Kaizer Chiefs failed against Zamalek. 1. Slow start and poor early concentration. Chiefs conceded in the 3rd minute, which shows defensive disorganization, lack of readiness, failure to track runners and win second balls. A team with continental ambitions cannot switch on after conceding. They must start sharp from the first whistle. 2. Injuries disrupted the game plan. Early injuries forced quick changes, killing tactical rhythm, defensive understanding, midfield control. You could see the team struggle to adapt, especially in the transitions. 3. Weakness in the final third. Same problem every week. Chiefs created half chances, but poor decision-making, no killer pass, strikers not threatening enough, very few shots on target. Without an elite attacking structure, you rely on luck or opponent mistakes, which is exactly what happened. 4. Midfield too passive. The midfield failed to dictate tempo, press effectively, break Zamalek's shape, and provide quality service to the attackers. When the midfield is not aggressive, Chiefs cannot control big games. 5. Defensive gaps in wide areas. Zamalek repeatedly attacked down the flanks because fullbacks left too much space. Wingers did not track back. Centre-backs were pulled out of position. This is why Chiefs kept absorbing pressure instead of building confident attacks. 6. Lack of high-intensity pressing. Chiefs pressed in phases, not consistently. That allowed Zamalek to settle into the match, control possession, and play into dangerous areas. At this level, inconsistent pressing is punished. 7. Over-reliance on moments, not a system. The equalizer came from a hopeful cross, a goalkeeper mistake. This was not a structured attack, it was chaos. Good for the result, bad for evaluating performance. Summary. What almost cost Chiefs the match? Poor early concentration, no attacking sharpness, weak midfield control, defensive gaps on the wings, injuries that broke rhythm, inconsistent pressing. The draw was heroic, but the performance showed Chiefs still lack cohesion, a stable tactical identity, confidence in front of the goal. In the end, Kaizer Chiefs may have escaped with a point, but the performance left more questions than answers. The late equalizer kept their CAF Confederation Cup journey alive, yet it also highlighted the deep fixes still needed if Amakosi are to compete with Africa's elite. For now, the draw brings hope, but hope alone won't be enough. Chiefs must regroup, recover, and rise stronger in the next battle. The continent is watching, and the margin for error is shrinking.